Welcome back to another episode of the Diary of a Franchise, where I document exactly what I'm doing this week to scale MaidThis franchise from 40 locations now to over 100 locations and growing. I'm documenting the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So what I'm working on this week is actually hiring an internal marketing manager or director of marketing. This is like a leadership type of level within the MaidThis franchise system. This person hopefully is going to focus on things like what's called consumer marketing, meaning helping franchisees get more leads for their location, and they're going to be 100% dedicated to that. We have someone internally doing that, but I want even more firepower on top of it. So someone whose only job is, hey dude, how do I get franchisees more leads and help them convert more? Track the numbers, track the KPIs, track everything. This is a very high level hire, and I'm a little bit nervous of it, is the honest case, because these are typically more expensive hires. I'm used to making, $2,000 per month hires for remote team members, and that's what we help franchisees do. But I want to start developing my leadership team, meaning a six-figure hire and above. That's likely what this is going to be. And, it took some time to get a little bit more okay with making this hire and putting it out there. I wanted to make sure we're at a certain size, which validates it. And I think the hard part is to know when to pull that trigger. I know some entrepreneurs make that hire very early and they fully staff their business with quote unquote expensive hires. Expensive is relative, right? Like if they make an ROI for you, it's not expensive, but six-figure hires. I know entrepreneurs who do that. They hire a bunch of people out the gate. They have a big war chest to do so. On my end, I am very cognizant of the fact that we're bootstrapped. I'm cognizant of the fact that I don't want to burn a bunch of cash because we're not VC backed. I want to make sure we grow slow and steady in the right way. So I waited till we needed it. And I feel this is going to be unlocking the next potential for us and the next potential for franchisees. I want to talk through a little bit about not just the decision-making process, but how I'm thinking about this. Hey, maybe you hear this and you push back and say, Neil, I think you should think about it a different way, because this is an active work in progress. First thing I'm questioning is, does this person need to be in the US or not? I'm a big proponent of using the world, if you can, to hire from. There's a bigger talent pool out there than just the United States. Why do you need to hire just in the US? So my big question was, this role, like you're dealing with franchisees, I guess you kind of need to know the franchise world, but reality is I mostly care that they're just a freaking killer marketer and they know what they're doing. They've done things like that before. So I started pondering, back and forth, do I actually need a US based hire or not? Luckily, over a number of years, I've developed a network. And I know people through Twitter, through other things I'm part of, who are in the recruiting space. So the first thing I did is I had a conversation with probably about 3 different people. And I asked a question of, here's what I'm looking for. Do you think I need someone in the US or someone out of the US? My preference, candidly, is I'd prefer someone out of the US if possible, because our business is remote anyways, and you could probably hunt from the world. It's going to be better. The consensus I got for this role was, actually, Neil, I don't think you need someone in the US, which was a little bit surprising for me because I was fully prepared to hire someone in the US, but the more and more I thought about it, everything I need here is I just need someone who's a killer marketer. You don't really need that in the US. The one thing which is going to be missing though is that franchise specific experience. So then the question becomes, hey, how much weight do you put into that experience? Is that worth hiring someone in the US just for them to have that experience? If we're looking at someone who's a killer marketer, who knows the franchise world, pool gets really freaking narrow, right? So then the question becomes, do you want that person with that experience out the gate, or you find them having other skills, other experience with marketing, other experience with soft skills, and then training them on the franchise specific skills? And that's candidly the way I'm leaning. Everyone I talked to said, I don't think you need this person to be in the US and have franchise experience. In fact, it's probably better that they don't, so they understand how you want things done. And so that's what we're doing. So the next step, and what I've been working on for the next week, is working with a recruiting agency to find this person. I'm probably going to put job ads up myself, right? And see how this shakes out and see what comes in. But this is such an important hire because I expect this person, if they work out, to be with us for a very long time and be a leadership level hire. I want to poach from people, right? I'm looking for someone who maybe worked at a marketing agency, who knows home services intimately, who knows marketing intimately, who's like a data nerd, complete nerd when it comes to funnels and numbers. I want that guy. So that guy or girl might be working at an existing job already. So I don't want to just hunt from only the pool who are looking for work right now. I want to find people who are at a job. Maybe they've been there 3-4 years. They want something more. They want to try something different. Let's go find that guy. I've never done this before. I've never headhunted before. You're going to see me posting on LinkedIn about this as well. But that's what I'm working on for the next week, is deciding on the recruiting agency. I've interviewed a couple, honing in on the job ad, and then getting this process going, which I think will take at least 2 months. So that's what I'm working on this week. And thank you for tuning in to this episode of Diary of a Franchise.